An ode, a sonnet for my sonettos. Beneath the whispering hum of spinning sound, my heart finds solace wrapped in pure delight. Each note a treasure perfectly profound, each chord ignites a fire within the night. The stereo, my faithful, steadfast friend, unveils the depths of melodies untamed. Its speakers breathe, its echoes never end, a symphony eternal, never shamed. Through highs that lift me to the heaven's crest, and lows that anchor me in oceans deep, the rhythm beats in time within my chest. Its cadence lulls me, restless soul, to sleep. O music, guide me through life's winding road, your stereo my ship, your song my ode. Hello everyone, Chris here, and welcome back to a very special video. Today, we are formally welcoming a new speaker brand into Worldwide Stereo's lineup, Sonus Faber. Many of you may have heard of the artisans of sound before, but for those of you who haven't, they make some of the world's most amazing, refined, natural sounding speakers. In this overview, we will be focusing on the brand new Sonetto G2 line, which features 2 bookshelf speakers, 3 levels of floor standing speakers, on-wall speakers, and a matching center channel. So stick around and let's talk about what makes Sonus Faber and the Sonetto G2s so desirable. First, let's talk briefly about Sonus Faber and where they come from. Starting in 1983 in the small, beautiful city of Vicenza, Italy, Sonus Faber began their journey making their first pair of speakers out of a furniture factory. Throughout the years, they have become synonymous with natural sound. Myself and 3 other members of the Worldwide Stereo sales team had the pleasure of visiting the Sonus Faber factory and design lab in Vicenza, Italy this past fall. And it was an incredible experience to witness firsthand the level of artistry and craftsmanship the team there puts into every speaker they make. They create not only some of the most natural sounding speakers on the market, but also some of the most gorgeous. And each speaker they craft is hand assembled, tested, and paired with a perfect mate. Not many other brands do that for their speakers below 10 grand. Handcrafting speakers ranging from the small but elegant Lumina series starting at about $12.99 and all the way up to the astonishing Suprema system for $750,000. They surely have a speaker for almost anyone looking for deep bass, smooth mids, and accurate highs. When Sonus Faber first launched the Suprema speakers, their engineers were given a simple mission: make the best speaker you can with no cost constraints. With that simple goal, they crafted one of the most impressive pairs of loudspeakers this century. Now, they didn't do this just to make some incredibly expensive speakers that few will ever have the pleasure of owning. They also had a secondary goal in mind: to develop and design new acoustic technologies to be implemented in future revisions of their speakers to deliver the best sound at a lower cost. And there are 2 key technologies that have been adapted for the Sonettos from the Suprema. The first is something that really pops out, and that's the Camelia mid-range driver. What looks like a white flower blooming from the center of the speaker is one of the most unique looking drivers on the market. It's not all for looks though. This design, with its 5-cut pattern and reverse surround, delivers some of the most accurate mid-range frequencies I have ever heard from a speaker under 10 grand. You can find the Camelia driver not only on the Sonetto G2 8s, but also on the 5s and their matching center channel. Most people's first question when they see this really unique design is, why is the driver white? And I asked the same question. Sonus Faber's answer is quite simple: it sounds better. During the development of the new Sonettos, Sonus Faber tested a painted black version of the Camelia driver to match the rest of the drivers in the Sonettos, and it was universally disliked. The sound was not up to their standards, so they decided to leave it in its natural, uncolored state. I think it looks nicer this way anyway, especially set against the beautiful gloss black cabinet. It kind of reminds me of a musical instrument like a Steinway piano, more than just a speaker. The second core, or maybe I should say Cork technology, is the cork chamber hidden behind the mid-range and tweeter. The benefit of the cork enclosure is to help reduce distortion generated by the backward firing of the driver into the cabinet. The idea of dissipating unwanted resonance inside the cabinet isn't a particularly new idea, lots of speakers do this, but the method, using cork with waves cut into it, is novel. It also speaks to Sonus Faber's continuous efforts to use natural materials to create a natural sound. Other speakers in the future are sure to use these new drivers and cork enclosures, and you can already see the first ever speaker made with a cork cabinet being produced by Sonus Faber in the new Concertino bookshelf speakers. On to the rest of the technologies within the new Sonetto G2 line. We have paper cone woofers, 8 inches on the Sonetto 8s, and a 1.1 inch silk dome tweeter. These natural materials help build the sonic signature of these speakers called the Voice of Sonus Faber. The mid-range drivers on all of their models in the Sonetto G2 lines are suspended with a new organic basket. This is an asymmetric organic pattern modeled after plants and their natural branching patterns. The cabinets come in 3 finishes: gloss black, walnut, and wenge. And all of the floor standing and bookshelf speakers come with a concrete base replicating a stone slate. The concrete base has 2 primary functions. Firstly, it helps lower the center of gravity and adds weight to the speaker, making it less likely to tip over, and provides a stable base for the speaker to help reduce resonance with the room. The second is to act as a natural reflector for the down-firing ports of the tower speakers, allowing for bass frequencies to spread far and wide into a room, not being absorbed by the wall behind the speaker or carpet below. The bookshelf models also use this to funnel the sound forward. The worst thing you can do with a rear-ported speaker is push them up too close to a wall. It can lead to chuffing, bloated bass, and decreased dynamics. With the concrete base and front-facing port on the Sonetto 1 and 2, this is functionally a non-issue. These bookshelf speakers can reside in a cabinet or butted up right against the wall like ours do in our Montgomeryville showroom. Just make sure the front of the speaker is as close to the opening of the space or as close to the edge of your shelf as possible. This is to help reduce reflections from the surfaces close to the speaker that can negatively impact the sound. I had the privilege to demo the Sonetto line as part of our Macintosh House of Sound event this past October, and the feedback we got on these were fantastic. We listened to a wide variety of music and movies, and these speakers blew away our guests. Of course, if you stop by our Montgomeryville showroom in person, we would love to let you listen to movies or music that you know well. That's the best way to judge if a speaker is right for you. All of the Sonus Faber Sonetto G2 speakers are rated at 4 ohms for their impedance and relatively lower efficiency. So make sure your amplifier can push some decent power at that impedance before purchasing. I would recommend a Macintosh amplifier with autoformers. That way you are guaranteed to get the power you need to run these at the volume you desire. If you want to learn the full specs of these models, go to worldwidestereo.com/Sonetto G2 to read more. Overall, we are thrilled to have Sonus Faber here in our showroom and hope you are too. If you are in the market for an upgrade to your stereo or home theater system, I would highly recommend the Sonetto G2 lineup. Thank you so much for joining me for our review of the new Sonus Faber Sonetto G2 speaker lineup. You can learn more about them online at worldwidestereo.com, or if you're in the area, you can stop by our Montgomeryville, PA showroom. We offer 60-day returns, free shipping on all orders, and we're authorized dealers for everything we sell. If you have any feedback or questions, leave them in the comment section down below, or you can call or email us at any time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. This is Chris from Worldwide Stereo. Thanks for tuning in.